Thank you.
Yep.
Hi, say this is the morning podcast with Jacob and Ethan.
This is hell.
I can't stop watching YouTube videos. It's like if I'm at home and I have nothing to do, I'll watch a video.
Yeah.
To just not be consuming something on the internet. Because now I work on my computer and I'm at home. I work from home, so it's like I'm just on the computer all day, and so it's so easy to get a little bit of some kind of dopamine hit by just finding something online.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's kind of like an addiction.
Exactly.
I mean, it really is. It's like almost compulsive. I'm sitting. I need something.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can skip the like part. It's an addiction.
Yeah. No, I think it is an addiction. I mean,
Yeah.
because luckily during the pandemic, when all the lockdowns first happened, I was working a manual labor job. So I kind of didn't sympathize with a lot of people's problems or how they were not problems, but how they were dealing with the pandemic, because I was not online during the pandemic. I was very offline. But now that I'm online because of my job and my living situation, it's like, oh my God, if I was trapped inside my apartment for months on end, just watching video after video after video and not able to leave my apartment, I would have gone crazy.
Yep.
And that's actually what happened to people. So I'm starting to understand
Yep.
more. Cause yeah, it's like almost, cause sometimes you'll be out and be like, man, I wish I was home so I could watch more videos.
And thank God that you cannot watch videos on your cell phone. So
No, I can't.
thank God.
Yeah, thank God. I don't know how people, if you have a cell phone,
Yeah.
you probably just you have the same thing, but everywhere you go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eek.
Eek.
No. Eek.
Well, Facebook, right, with the metaverse now, they're gonna and I think the thing is they're right. When you hear Mark Zuckerberg talk about it, you're like, this is crazy. But when you think about it, it's like we're already compulsively using the internet at every moment in our lives, at home and away from home. So why not just have a place to where we all plug in and we just have the fake universe? But it's like the real world, except you get these dopamine hits all the time, like you do watching videos and clicking on websites.
Yes, and having robots dancing and sprinting all over the place.
And we'll be addicted to it, and we won't be able to get off it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck is going on. Why we are having all this software development and we don't use any kind of hardware? What happened with the analog world? With the reality? What the fuck is going on? Not only with the metaverse and the social media, and now we have the fucking NFTs from the middle of nowhere. So suddenly, what exactly is gonna happen? We're not gonna have anything in the real world, and everything would be inside of a card or inside of a cell phone.
Well, we'll be inside the card.
What's the point?
Because then you'll never have to go without dopamine again. It's like, imagine if you, now you have to walk on the street, but you can be walking on the street and have dancing robots. Why?
Why?
Why not?
I don't know. I feel that we are making Isaac Asimov and George Orwell.
It is weird, and it's weirder because you would think it sounds ridiculous, but when you stop to think about it and you think about how addicted you are to using the internet, how things are right now, it only makes sense that we just cut out all the times when we can't. We're already kind of doing it.
Yeah.
It's not like this is a product we don't want. It's this is something we want. Not like we actually want in our heart of hearts, but it's something that people will use. It's like you can plug in and then you just mentally walk to the pizza store. Now you have to click through pictures when you're ordering food and figure out what you want. In the future, you'll be able to go into the pizza store from your couch and order your pizza and see what they look like in person, but never have to leave home.
Why?
But thing is, we're already doing it. This is the thing. It's like, it's not like, oh my God, what a change. It's like we're already doing it because we're already staying at home and ordering our food from home. So it'll just be the same thing we're doing, but even more immersive and even more dopamine and even more detailed.
I've got nothing against delivery, first of all.
Yeah.
I think it's an amazing...
It's wonderful. It's so not you. I
Yes.
want pizza and it comes to my house and I
amazing.
eat it.
Banana.
Oh, yeah.
But from that point to go in a virtual reality with goggles or whatever, or with a screen and start watching a video or a tour of the fucking pizza place and the guy that makes the pizza, what, they're gonna wear a GoPro and they're gonna walk inside the pizza place.
But it's like, okay, like you said, you like like people watch videos now. Everything's video. Like, instead of just having this video on YouTube, why not have it to where with the metaverse, you can come sit in one of the chairs. You can walk around the room. You can, get a coffee. You can come listen, like, and when you move, the audio will change. Like, it'll be that realistic. So it won't be like you're watching a video on your computer. It'll be you're here with us as part of the podcast.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not saying it's good, but I'm saying you can see how, like, easy it's going to be for people to start using it. Like, as soon as it's realistic enough.
First of all, it's not gonna be easy. The process power that you're gonna need for something like that, as a consumer, I mean, as a client, it's gonna be massive. Because you have so many data that the system needs to process.
We have 5G. I mean, 5G is enormous. I think we have fast enough internet now.
No, it's not about only the internet. It's about the system that is gonna decode all this information. This is not simple.
No, but I think we're starting to get chips that are powerful enough to do it. Consumer grade chips. Maybe not next year, but in 5 years.
I think that we can have very great application with it in many fields, but for the average consumer just to sit on his couch and just go everywhere from his couch or her couch, doesn't matter. I don't see the reason. It's exactly like the internet. The internet started for the military.
Yeah.
It didn't start it for us to send emails to ourselves.
Right. Yeah.
Stuff like that. So,
but the thing I get back to is like, but people already aren't going outside. Like, maybe you go, like, we'll still in the future, we'll still go for a walk in the park, maybe, right?
I think
but that's it.
I think the problem is not that we're not going outside. I think the problem is that we are going outside, but we don't leave our cell phone down.
And imagine...
That's the problem. So you're not in the present. You're always somewhere else.
Yeah.
You're in a parallel present moment, let's say. So it's exactly like we are doing like right now. And suddenly I'm having my cell phone. And at the same time, we're trying to have a conversation. At the same time, I'm scrolling, I don't know, the naked women that we have here with the cider.
You guys can't see this. We have to talk about these pictures.
We're going to shoot a B-roll after and you're going to see it.
Okay, so... Yeah, all I'm saying is, like, I agree with you. It's like, oh, you're not even in the present. But it's like, I think that it's going to work. I think that if you can sell people a kind of world where you can be in the present, like you can still walk down the street, but instead of like seeing something on your phone, like you're engaging with your phone at the same time that you're engaging with the real world.
Why?
Well, okay, but you're thinking about it rationally. Like, why would we want to do something like that?
Mm-hmm.
But you're going to be addicted because there's so much dopamine. Like, the dopamine you get now over watching a stupid fucking video or getting a stupid fucking like on Facebook, that dopamine is going to be everywhere all of the time, and you're going to need it. You're going to need to be plugged into the metaverse because you're going to need that dopamine. everywhere.
Why are you giving me homework? I wanted to escape the fucking metaverse cuckoo thingy.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I've just been thinking about it a lot. I'm kind of. What about? Okay, so we're in a
no,
place.
no. At least for my sanity,
Yeah.
my mental health, I'm not gonna go in.
No, you're
that
scared of it.
road.
You're
No,
scared
no,
of the
it's not,
metaverse.
it's not about fear. It's about we have already enough chaos in our hands, and we already don't know what the fuck are we gonna do with it. So let's try and fix, let's say, the cell phone thingy that it's literally a cell, and unfortunately we cannot see the bars. So that's the issue. Let's try and fix that, and baby steps. Now metaverse with a cell phone with you on your hand all day long. That's a lose-lose situation. Bye bye. Thank you for playing.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be an interesting next 10, 20 years. Because I feel like, I mean, even now I can hardly relate to people who are 10 years younger than me because they're so immersed in TikTok and like, I can only imagine in 20 years, I'm going to have no idea how the younger generation is living its life.
Yeah.
Like, I won't be able to relate, I feel.
How? There is no fucking way.
I mean, they've grown up I remember a time before the internet. Like, if you grow up now, it's just part of existence. Like,
Yep.
it's like I started using Facebook in high school when I was a teenager. You're starting to use Instagram now when you're 8, and it's just part of your DNA now.
But again, what's the point, and why the parents are giving that kind of
Well, why did your parents let you watch TV? They didn't want you to be disconnected from your other peers who were watching TV, and sometimes they needed a break. It's the exact same thing with technology.
yes and no, because when at least for we are sharing the same generation.
Yeah.
So almost every time that I was in front of a screen, I was either studying or working. Even when I was a little kid, I was in IT from 7 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I started programming in Basic 1.1.
Okay.
Amstrad, long live. So so for me, it wasn't only that I had a place that I could isolate myself, but at the same time, I was working with myself and I was working with my mind. Right now, by watching videos on TikTok with cats screaming at each other, I don't know what exactly are you doing to your brain and why are you doing this, but maybe you should check if you have a high level of function depression kind of thingy, that's a problem. Why somebody should watch cats screaming at each other in 30 seconds on TikTok on repeat?
Well, yeah, I mean,
it doesn't make any sense.
But you can understand the triggers for it. It's like back in the day, if you were depressed, you started smoking, or you started getting into heroin. Now you just watch TikTok.
Yes, but we had Benny Hill, we had the two guys, the fat and the what was the name? I can't recall.
Like for comedy.
Yeah.
David Costello.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Abbott
come
and
on,
Costello.
we had even Sarlo. We didn't have to watch cats screaming at each other.
Maybe,
or even worse, watching people getting hurt and laughing over it.
Yeah, or watching car wrecks, or watching
What the
murders,
What
or
the
watching.
pee-pee?
It's thrilling.
It's
Thrilling.
It's really.
Yeah, no, it's exciting. And now, like, it is the world. I'm not saying we have to be part, but it's the. You know what? I had a thought this week. I think it's a lot easier to come to peace with it all if you just assume the world has already ended.
Oh,
Like instead of thinking like, oh, the world is going to a bad place, the world is disappearing, what's happening to humanity? If you just say, you know what, with the advent of the internet, with the saturation by the media, by television, humanity as it's existed in history, human civilization is dead. Like it's just done. We're done. Like this is we are post-human now. Like this is the era of the computer and human civilization. When people go back, if there is, let's say AI, like there's a new kind of creature which is basically computers. Like computers become the new dominant living thing on Earth. They will date the start of their civilization around 1990. Like the end of human civilization has already come. We're living after the death of man. The world's already over.
You think?
I think the world's in a sense what we have conceived historically, what we were taught in we're learning about the Egyptians, the Mesopotamians, the Greeks, the Romans. It's over. That is all an era of the world which is done. If we are living in a world in which people will be simultaneously connected to the internet and engaging with real life, in which they will need to have dopamine rushes via virtual stimuli in order to like deal with their own anxiety and depression and to want to go outside. If like we are reaching that level of integration with technology, then human civilization is over. At least whatever that was that preceded us, that era of humanity is done. This is something new.
I think that we can still integrate the technology for our benefit, because the knife has at least two purposes. So you can, let's say, if you want to scroll on the fucking Instagram, at least you can, I don't know, follow some Stoic feeds, let's say, or some Greek philosophy, or I don't know, Tao, whatever, doesn't matter. I think it's the way that we use the knife and how our mentality is getting distorted or broken. Because we are here, we're having these discussions. We are not the only ones that are having this kind of discussions. Okay, yes, we are a little bit towards our 40s, so makes more sense. I wouldn't expect somebody at, 15 years old to start having conversations with other 15-year-olds about Marcus Aurelius. Okay, doesn't make any sense probably. Okay, but nonetheless, the integration should be smoother, and because I think that they are shoving many things down our throat right now. So we're having metaverse, we're having the fucking corona thing, we're having all this rise up of social media, and everybody's on like this and they don't get up from the fucking cell phone. This is not a coincidence, unfortunately, not for me at least.
Do you think it's all a big conspiracy to destroy us? It's
not about conspiracy. It's about making your consumers to consume more. Where is the conspiracy in that?
No, I definitely think with like technology, they found a way to make it addicting.
Of course.
I don't know what I can't pinpoint why it's addictive, but it is addictive, and somehow you need more. Yeah,
makes sense.
No, and it's I'm not, and that's why I think the metaverse is inevitable. But I think when it comes to the vaccine, I don't know.
Oh, ahaha.
Yeah, I don't know. We don't have to get into that. Or,
Oh, why not?
oh yeah, you
Oh,
have your
come
thoughts on
on.
it. You don't like the vaccine mandates. then-
Let's have Rage comments.
No, I don't really have a strong take on it, but I know you're pretty anti mandate.
Of course. What do you mean? Why they should force us to do something like that?
So
What's
fewer
the
people
purpose?
die.
Really?
Don't you think?
No, I don't think. I don't have coronavirus, and me and Mirna, we were playing 4 months now. Like what? 1,000 people? Probably even more. Why I don't have coronavirus? I don't say that the virus doesn't exist. I don't say that, but I'm saying that we are overreacting. So either it's a lie, either it's something that exists, but it's something very small, and they try to make it bigger. So we should focus on that and not focus on the all other things that we already mentioned, or it's something bananas and huge, and they don't want to have a mock on the streets and people running for their lives, and that's why they're doing whatever they're doing. Otherwise, for me, it doesn't have any logic. Why are you doing this? I'm not anti-vaccine cuckoo, whatever, or I don't believe in conspiracy theories also. Because what? I have over a dozen of vaccines inside of me. Because we have vaccinations in Greece at, I think, what? 15, 16 at least, bare minimum. And I don't have something that, let's say, destroyed me or gave me something that I should carry it for the rest of my life. But right now, why should I go and do a vaccination and suddenly within a week I'm gonna be like this? That doesn't make any sense. Because we have incidents that they indicate so many problems with the vaccination, and we have the other side that, again, they're right. I cannot say that they're not right, but to force somebody to do something like that, no, for me it's insanity. Why? Even I was watching. I'm gonna send you the link, and we're gonna post it under the video. From the Valuetainment, he had a very good conversation with two law dudes. One of them was Kennedy, and the other one was why am I forgetting his name? Doesn't matter. And even on the States, they cannot force you to do the job, but if you got into the Supreme Court, they can fine you. But nobody's gonna enter your house and say, "Oh, if you're not doing the job, I'm gonna give it to you now," and that's it. No,
Right.
That's insanity.
Right. No, it's. I don't know that I agree with you, but I think it's more interesting instead. Like, how do I put this? I like having people on the podcast who disagree with me, and I like giving them space to give me their reasons for what they think. Some people would say that it's my duty as a host or as a person with a platform not to allow such opinions to be aired and not to give them a platform. You know what I mean?
Yeah, why?
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, how do you feel? I'm interested in this because it's like I like giving people whatever opinion it is. Like, for example, this is a hard one, but I had a couple of my friends on from university, and they both are quite liberal, and they both very much believe in like allowing people to choose their own pronouns and being transgender. Which I'm not saying people shouldn't be allowed to choose the pronouns they want or dress how they want. But I'm someone who doesn't believe that deciding you're a woman makes you a woman, or deciding you're a man makes you a man. I don't think that's true. I don't think if I'm a man and then I decide right now that I'm now a woman, that makes me a woman. I think that's pretty ridiculous. But I gave them like 15 minutes to just give me their opinion. And like it wasn't like so we could have an argument, but just so like to let the other side have its say.
Okay.
And I think it's like, and I just let you have your say about the vaccine. And I guess is that like, I don't know. I think if you're saying, well, I shouldn't let you have your opinion, because I think there's a lot of people who like agree with the vaccine and agree with my friends. Like
Okay.
people are very liberal. Like, yes, we should have vaccine mandates. Yes, transgender women are the same as born women. But it's like if you start saying you're not allowed to give your opinion about like when you start saying one person's opinion isn't allowed, I'm afraid that like who are you to decide whose opinion is good enough then to be recorded?
Exactly.
Like you either should allow like all opinions or no opinions, because like you shouldn't get to decide what opinions are okay opinions.
Exactly. It's like what's the I think it's a trend right now, the cancel culture trend.
Yeah.
What a PP. I don't understand.
I don't even like, not even cancel culture, but it's like, I don't know. Some people would say like it's bad to have an anti-vax person on your podcast.
But that's the difference. I'm not an anti-vax.
Right, or like an anti-COVID vaccination person on your podcast.
Yes.
People would say that's a bad thing of me to have done.
Why? I'm not saying I'm not gonna do the vaccine. I'm gonna do the vaccine.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna do the vaccine without the proper trials, because every other vaccination that I had, the vaccine was out years before I got the vaccination. Right now, not even the proper trials are not done. The trials are gonna end on 22 or 23.
Let's even say it like this. If I had, let's say something we both agree is very wrong. Like, because I don't think not wanting to get the COVID vaccine is at all on the same level of what I'm about to say. But let's say I had like a Ku Klux Klan person who hated black people.
Okay.
And I brought them on the podcast.
Uh-huh.
And I just let them for 10 minutes give me all the reasons why black people are evil. Should I let them do that?
Probably I would give you the same answer. Why not?
Why not? Yeah. Because if it's insane, then like the insanity should be clear, right?
Yes, but at the same time, I don't think that they have the same amount of integrity or value.
You're fine.
Yeah, sure.
We're just using the space.
No worries.
We're scaring off people.
Yeah,
from
no
coming into
worries,
this
no
room.
worries.
This is not our room.
What I was saying, yeah, not every subject and every idea and whatever, it's not the same thing. It doesn't have the same gravity.
Yeah.
So,
but who are we to say? Like, who are we to say it doesn't have the same gravity? Like, because then aren't we doing the same thing where like those people get to decide that transgender rights and vaccine mandates are the two allowed opinions. So like, who are we to say that? Like, who are we to determine?
because first of all, about the mandatory vaccination, it's against every constitution in the world. That's one. And we didn't make the constitution. Yeah. They made the constitution. And if you want, we made the constitution over so many hundreds of years, not now.
Yeah.
So this is not something that you and me or whatever you and me are saying. It's something that's been here for hundreds of years. The freedom of our freedom is here from the moment that we are born.
But
so,
some people would say then, like okay, let's make it about the KKK person.
Wait.
I'm not comparing you to them, but anyway, keep going.
Let's finish with the fucking COVID. Okay. The problem is not about if the vaccination should be mandatory or not. My problem is that you don't giving me a choice.
Mm-hmm.
And not about the vaccination, about whatever. I'm an EU citizen. Okay,
Yeah.
give me 6 months, 3 months, 9 months, a year from the moment that the whole shit hit the fan, and tell me that if you're not willing to do the vaccination that we are preparing, you should stop to be an EU citizen and you can go and live in Nigeria. Now, I have no problem with that. But by forcing me to be an EU citizen and at the same time, no, again, this has no logic.
Yeah.
And at the same time, opening up the borders, having tourists in, not having tourists in, wear the mask, no, don't wear the mask, get the blick, not get the blick. Come on.
Yeah.
There is no strategy, there is no plan.
No. And I don't
We weren't ready for this. Simple as that.
I don't even want to get, I don't want to get, because I know there's like thousands of people have talked about the vaccine mandates, I guess what I think about, because of my podcast, and what I have had a hard time coming to like, because I have to like kind of make decisions for how I'm going to do the podcast, right? Mm-hmm. And it's an interesting thing where it's like, okay, do I let everybody, no matter what their opinion is, no matter what I think about it, give their opinion, or are there some opinions which aren't allowed? But then it's like, okay, but then like, where do I draw the line? Because for you and I, it might be clear. Someone who doesn't want to get the vaccine is not at all the same as someone who wants to kill black people when they have sex with a white woman.
Yes.
But there might be somebody out there, there almost certainly is somebody who says, well, anti-vax people, anti-lockdown people, they're killing old, vulnerable people. So they're just as great of a mortal threat to humanity as the man who hates black people. And it's kind of like, how, like, I don't know how to break the log jam in this kind of, I don't know what's the right way to think about the problems of the world, because like, how do you decide whose opinions to allow, who's not to allow? How do you decide which opinions are evil and which are not? Because it's like, sure, to us it may make sense that there's a great difference, but to some people, telling like people from like America are like this, like telling them to get the vaccine, they think it's just like forcing Jewish people to wear gold stars during Hitler's reign.
Okay.
And it's like, of course, to me and you, that's insane. It's nothing at all like it. But to them, it's the same thing. And so I don't know how to like break the mental log jam. I don't know how, I don't even have an answer, but it's just like, but I don't even care even really, because I just think whatever, they're crazy. But like for me as the podcast, like I guess, am I even responsible? Do I even have to make decisions? Or should I just let everybody say whatever the fuck they want? And then so be it? I don't know.
I think that's probably the wisest way to go.
Yeah?
Yeah.